Thompson, Program Director of Psychology in the School of Arts and Sciences. And welcome to today's episode of Navigating the Future, our web series focused on the impact of COVID-19 on different aspects of our daily life and society. Given this time of year, today's episode is focused on the impact of COVID-19 on our mental health, specifically through the holiday season. Joining me today is Dr. Michelle Green, Adjunct Professor of Psychology and Licensed Psychologist with the Department of Defense. Hi, Michelle. Welcome and thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here.
So this time of year can often bring up complicated emotions. I know a lot of people that really look forward to it. They're excited and it brings a lot of joy. But I think there are other things going on in some other individuals as well. So what are some of the things that we typically see around the holiday season in regards to mental health?
You're right to say that it's a complicated time because people do have various types of reactions. For many, as you said, it is a very joyful time, a time to get together with the people that they love, a time to reminisce and to engage in rituals that they have done as a family for many years, to celebrate each other and the time of the year, the particular holiday they may be celebrating. However, with that comes a change in our routine, right? So we're not in our day-to-day normal routine. That itself can be a little bit stressful. On top of that, we usually make a long list of things we want to accomplish to make it special. So our list gets long. We focus on checking those things off and get a little sometimes stretched, trying to do everything that we want to do to make it quote unquote perfect, maybe. So when things get closer to that sort of end of things, people tend to have a harder time. On top of that, if they're missing anyone, if they've had a loss in their family, if there's been a divorce, a death, if there's illness, if there are any things that are making that year different from the others, or someone's missing that they really cherish, then it can become a time to grieve in a new way. And so it can be challenging. And then for those with mental illness already, it can be a time that is a little bit of a strain for them. And sometimes mental illnesses can get worse during that time.
Yeah, so what I think I hear you saying is that different individuals can have different experiences, even of the same thing, right? Their mental health can vary a lot across people.
Yes.
The holiday season this year is further complicated by a pandemic. And some recommendations that we're getting to sort of limit family gatherings and celebrations. So how is this COVID-19 further impacting mental health issues at this time of year?
Well, I already see it happening in people with the anticipation of things being different than what they want them to be. A lot of people really count on the tradition and the rituals and the routine and the what we've always done as a family. This year is not going to be the same. It's going to be quite different. There will most likely be some or all of your family members that you won't be able to spend time with. People may feel more isolated and detached from the people that they care about. They may have a harder time feeling that sense of connection and joy that they gain from the holidays. If they already have a hard time with the holidays, it's going to make it even more challenging because of not having that added support that usually helps buffer their added stress during that time.
Yeah, so COVID-19 can really exacerbate feelings that some people might struggle with this time of year, or might even new feelings might crop up that we're not used to, but just because of the pandemic and maybe not being with those people, as you said, not doing your routine, your normal sort of celebration can really cause some difficulties. Are there some things we can do to mitigate some of those feelings or to maybe moderate them in some way?
I think the best gift I think you can give to your loved ones is a sense of your own well-being and joy, to sort of find your own joy and to take care of yourself. If you are with your family members or not, that's going to radiate out to them. If we don't take care of ourselves, that strain and stress is going to spread into them. So I think number one, take good care of yourself. That means getting enough sleep. That means at least 7 to 8 hours a night. Eating healthy foods, avoiding the kinds of things we like to eat a lot of during the holidays. So, don't think that you can completely avoid those things, but try not to overdo. And exercise. So if that means going for a walk every day, or even if you park a little further out from the store, if you're going to go and get some things at the store, that even that bit of added exercise can make a big difference. Fresh air, sunlight, anything you can do to take care of your physical well-being will have a positive effect on your mental well-being. So preventative measures, number one.
I definitely do that thing where I park farther away just to get the next 10 steps in or 20 steps in, even when it's coldy cold. Um, so we've talked about some of the things that we can do to manage or moderate feelings of stress or maybe even isolation. Are there other resources or sources for information people can look at just for if they're in need of support or more information about this?
Yeah, so coming with the holidays coming and knowing that that tends to be a time when people stretch their budgets a little bit, really hope that they can give a little bit more than they maybe can. It reminds me that a lot of people are in a real bind right now financially, uh, and we've been under a lot of stress for a chronic period of time. So their internal sort of strength and resources are a little bit frayed, or maybe a lot frayed. I think that that it's important to kind of think through meeting basic needs, and 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 so if there's anyone that is in your family that may be struggling in that way, uh, there's a number 211 that you can call. They will tell you about any resource that they might need, and that includes real physical, basic physical needs like shelter, food, and also it spreads to things like mental health, substance abuse. That's another problem that tends to rear its ugly head during the holidays. So the 211 is a good number to remember. They'll link you with services basically. So they're just sort of a connector service. The other is a 1-800-662 HELP. That's a national helpline that the Substance Abuse and Mental Health agency, it's a national agency, runs, and it's 24/7. They'll help you sort of with information and tap or kind of connect you with resources that are mental health or substance abuse related. So those are good numbers to keep in mind.
Okay, so that number again was 1-800-662-HELP. That's
Mm-hmm.
a great resource. Thank you. And
Yeah.
211, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, thank you so much again for being here, Dr. Green, and thank you all for watching. Please join us next time when Dr. Kara Van Dam will interview Dr. Jen Simons on how COVID-19 and the push to online learning provides an opportunity to move ever more toward authentic and formative assessment. Thank you all and take care.
Thank you.